The Bud Files. Good evening. In Utah, Mike. Thank you for coming. I hope you have had a good weekend. This evening, when we get the stream going up, I'm going to talk a little bit about eggs, the bird flu, prices, and that will probably be the topic of my next Coffee Talk News. I released Coffee Talk News number 4 this afternoon, and the focus was on the border wall that Texas is in the process of putting up. Well, I'm glad you had a great morning. Did you catch some good fish? Hope you caught your limit. And I am drinking Diet Coke. Lots of trout. Well, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. I haven't been fishing in years. It's been several years since I've been fishing. Oh, Lord have mercy. Pre-retirement days. Welcome. Mom of 4 boys. Hello, Rachel. Please leave a like to support the channel. Thank you. 4 in the house, 3 likes. 4 likes. Appreciate it. I'm drinking Diet Coke. I tell you what, I went on to Dave's live stream. He did a live stream while I was eating in a Mexican restaurant. I could tell he was really enjoyed himself and the food was good. And then I left a comment that it seems like nobody left a comment after I left this comment. But I said, get the bicarbonate ready. Most folks probably don't remember bicarbonate soda for the tummy. Uncle Al, Enrique, welcome, gentlemen. Hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend. Well, should be 4 in the house, 6 likes. Well, I did a Coffee Talk News, and I focused on the wall that Texas is building. A lot of information that I got off of Texas.gov, and I think I did a pretty good job on it. Under 5 minutes, kept it under 5 minutes. Buying space. Hello, Myra. So my next um, Coffee Talk News, I think I'm going to talk about the situation with the chickens, the avian flu. And I will give you some information this evening that I'm in the process of putting together. The current egg shortage is primarily caused by a widespread and highly contagious uh, avian influenza, what they call the bird flu. So, in order to deal with it, producers have culled millions of chickens. And that has led to the current shortage of eggs. Now, it takes about 21 days from when a chicken lays an egg for it to hatch. And then it takes about 6 months for the hatchling to begin laying eggs. So this shortage is going to be around probably for the next 6 months. Now, some species or some varieties of chicken, they lay eggs a little sooner than others. Some take a little bit longer. But you're looking probably at a good 6 months before um, you start seeing relief. Yeah, tuberculosis is a problem. It's coming back. The highly contagious. The migrant community. That's a gift from the migrant community. Um, there's a lot of gifts from the migrant community as far as measles, mumps, things that we basically had taken care of that were no longer a problem. Well, they're now becoming a problem again, thanks to your massive numbers of incoming migrants. It's the H5N1 strain of avian flu, the H5N1 strain of avian flu. I will do at some point, perhaps this coming weekend. I don't know that I'd be able to do it this week with school and the way things are, but 8 in the house, 9 likes. KP Heathen in the house. Hello, KP Heathen. And Little Lone Prepper. I mean, I think I did pretty good. I got Utah Mike's box. No, not Utah Mike. I got Devil Dog Prepper's box off to him. Utah Mike, you'll be down the road. I've got to get a box to my friend Yoda, and then I think you'll be the next box I send after that. So I got Devil Dog Prepper's box off to me. Should get it. Look for it Thursday. And I got out a Coffee Talk News. So that's two big things I did. And then I got a few shorts out. So I'm very pleased with what I put out this weekend. Very pleased. Oh. Mm. Hey, they are living their best life. They get well fed. They have, you know, the floor of their hutch is pavers. They don't have to touch dirt until they go outside when they're out running around in the enclosure. They get their hay changed. They get well fed. They've got water. Right now, we got heater on for them. We got heat lights out there, 2 heat lights in both of our chicken coops. So it's high 40s overnight, probably low 40s, mid 40s. I have to check, but they get taken care of, and they're taking in the older generation. I'm getting tons of eggs right now. I'm really blessed. We're getting lots of eggs. I ought to take a screenshot and post it up of all the eggs that my wife's got piled up out in the kitchen, and we wash them, and we put them in a container, and then we put them in the fridge. You know, refrigerate them. You don't have to refrigerate homegrown eggs. They'll be good for a month. You know, out of the if you leave them out. But no, we refrigerate them. We're doing good. They're also isolated, so we shouldn't have any avian whatever affecting them. I can certainly do a video of them. I have done some I posted I have posted some images um, on my community wall of what the chicken coop looks like. I've also posted some images what the chicks look like. I mean, when you came in tonight, the thumbnail was a screenshot of the turkeys, some of them. Black market eggs, right? I don't I don't sell eggs. I occasionally give them away, you know, to the pastor, to the kid, you know, to our daughter, to, you know, a few people get them. I had said something about, you know, having chickens and eggs, and they said, "Well, don't you come over here and sell them? You know, I sell them for $3.50 a dozen. Don't you come over here and try to, you know?" I said, if I give somebody, If somebody gets eggs from me, I give them away. I'm not selling them. You know, that's just like when I send somebody something other. I'm not expecting anything back. Well, what I expect back is I expect appreciation, and you guys show me appreciation, and I expect you to, you know, give me some help with my channel, and y'all are doing that. So I truly appreciate you. And I'm trying to get around and for some people it's like the second or third time that that they've had 2 or 3 rounds of me giving them stuff. If I haven't gotten to you yet, I will. You tell Mike you'll be up in a week or so. It's cheaper to toilet paper someone's house than to egg it. Well, that's probably true, but I wouldn't want to do that. Man, I haven't done that. I haven't thought about that in 45 years, probably. You could run a 24-hour live with a chicken coop people would watch. Uh, Chicken coop condo cam. Are your chickens pets or livestock? Well, they don't have names. I try to avoid touching whenever possible. I don't want to get pecked. And usually I wear some gloves. You know, not that they would peck me, but you know. Um, uh, Put it this way: when one of them dies, I don't cry. It happens. We wrap it, put it in the trash can, and hopefully, it's like the other day we had one die. One of the old generation died. I said, "Hey, it's good timing. Tomorrow is trash day." Well, I don't ride them. You know, I mean, I could probably get a custom saddle made. And probably, but no, I wouldn't. No, they're not quite big enough to ride. Livestock, livestock. Yeah. Some people treat them like pets. They'll let them in their house and whatever. No, I don't do that. Nope. And these are not free ranging chickens because Pip the coop. Okay. Uh. Okay. That's so funny. Be careful. You're gonna get Uncle Alan to you. Pip the coop. Um. Oh man, that was a good one. 10 in the house. 11 likes. Who snuck in on me when I wasn't watching? Let's see. Somebody sneak in on me. Uh, Got somebody lurking. Oh, it's Yoda. Okay, Yoda. I was talking about your live stream this afternoon. And I was talking about the fact earlier that you're next up for a set was age sensitive stream. Okay. I guess it's age sensitive. I am sensitive to my age. I'm getting ready to turn 63 in a couple of months. My wife was asking me, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 62. I'm going to be 63 in 2 months." She can't keep track of stuff like that. And then I told her, and I'm about 8.5 years older than you. Man. Anyway, um, no, Dave put out a really nice. He was in a Mexican restaurant after church, and I made a comment That was the hottest food I've ever ate. Um, I made a comment about get the bicarbonate ready, and I don't think most people know what bicarbonate soda is. But I was talking about for the tummy because he had mentioned about his I figure he's going to get some indigestion. Well, it's a good age. Susanna Morrison, proud single mother. Everybody connect with Susanna if you're not connected with Susanna. She is a good friend on the other side of the world. Beautiful young lady with a beautiful daughter. And she has a real good following, and I am honored to have her come in and visit me. Well, I tell you what, I stick to the jalapenos, the green jalapenos. I'll bite into one, and usually the hottest jalapeno I ever had out of the garden came from my uncle's garden. It was 20 some odd years ago back in Georgia, suburb of Atlanta, and he would grow jalapenos. And he said, try this one. And I bit into it and made my nose run. I had never had, and since then, I have never had a jalapeno make my nose run. That jalapeno made my nose run. And I will raise jalapenos on occasion. I'll plant them on occasion. Matter of fact, I may plant some. Um, I may plant some. I usually just buy a pack of them at Aldi's. You can buy a pack of them. Matter of fact, I got a pack in the fridge out there. You just cut a little bit of them up. It's like cutting a onion. Cut it up and put it in. I mean, sometimes I will put it in my ramen bowl. Mike Crusher Reviews. Good evening, Mike. Have you uploaded anything for me to see? Mike has a very good channel. He puts up intermittently. Um, he's like me. I guess he's really busy. And he puts up good content. I truly enjoy his content. 14 likes, 11 in the house. Food, forest, permaculture. Hello, Howie. How is the weather up in your neck of the woods? Eleven in the house, 15 likes. I dehydrated jalapenos 2 years ago. Too hot to use in any food dish. Aw. And that's just like you got these people who are lactose intolerant. Seems like most everybody I know is lactose intolerant. The snow is gone. Well, that's good. Uncle Al was projecting one more massive snowpocalypse blow, which I don't know whether we're going to get it or not. First time in 8 years we had snow. We had about an inch of snow. Well, you live in a beautiful state, but I don't care for your winter. Cherry trees will be blooming in 2 weeks. You're going to get snow in Georgia. Well, you're in North Georgia now, aren't you, Dave? You're in North Georgia. Dave is going to like his goodie box. Thank you, Utah Mike. You have a blessed day. So, Dave's going to be getting, hopefully, sometimes this week or by next weekend. I'll get his box because there's some other stuff going. It's not just the first aid kit that he's getting. He asked for a good triage, a good boo boo kit. It's got some good stuff in it, and I'm also putting some medical supplies as far as some single dose packs of some various stuff that you would use. Okay. Central states and Northeast will get snowstorms, flash floods in Tennessee. Wow. Okay. Seven in the house, 15 likes. Uh, I think I will pull it out and let y'all see some stuff Dave's getting. So, I got a couple of these. One, if you want it, you stick it on. If you don't want it, it comes with it though. But American flag. I think the American Red Cross would probably be more appropriate, but it's got webbing. You can hook with carabiners. It's got hook with carabiners and zippered. So, some ointments. These are add-ons. Medication unit dose pack. Ibuprofen, aspirin, antihistamine caplets. Anti-diarrhea and acid. He could have used the antacid for possibly the anti-diarrhea too with his Mexican dinner. ACE, taminophen, tape, cordage, Band-Aids, different sized. Well, I don't want that stuff to all fall out. Little, you need to clean some alcohol wipes. So it's got some protective gear, CPR. You don't want to touch their lips, so you basically can pull out goes over their mouth, so you breathe into it. Gloves. It's got a little first aid book. How to do CPR. Vinyl gloves, alcohol cleaning pad, chewable aspirin, insect sting relief, triangular bandage, plastic tweezers, assorted safety pins, emergency first aid guide, CPR breathing barrier with one-way valve. Hey, I was giving you the hookup. And I'll probably do a video of this when I send it to you, or before I send it to you. There's a few other things that are going to go into the box. But ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Anybody sneak in on me when I was going through the kit? 5 in the house, 15 likes. Don't think anybody else came in. Yeah, it's like a Tylenol, it's a generic. Both were needed, okay. I don't doubt it. Well, I hear you. That's why you use that barrier. You know, that's why you use that barrier, that you don't have to put your mouth on them. Well, in case anybody wasn't here earlier when I talked about it, the egg shortage is caused by the avian flu. And in order to, and you know, and it affects birds, highly contagious, it kills, you know, highly contagious, kills them. So egg producers put down millions of chickens, of laying hens. And in order to get them back up and running, you take eggs, and they basically take 21 days to hatch. You turn them over once a day for the first 18 days. And once they hatch, it takes about 6 months for them to start producing, on average. And that's one of the reasons why people are paying, some places are paying $1 an egg. Um, it's a bad situation. It really is a bad situation. Bad situation. But this too shall pass. It happens periodically. My stream is running behind. I'm just looking at it, thinking what I should say. 6 in the house, 16 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel if you've not done so. It'll be greatly appreciated. So, you're glad to hear the truth? Well, I try to speak the truth. People talk about their truth. Your truth might not necessarily be the truth. My truth might not necessarily be the truth if I'm not an honest person. They say you tell a lie often enough, people will believe it. It's one of those communist things. Hey, thank you for coming, Food Forest. Appreciate you, Howie. So, that is where I'm at. I'm looking at topics. I think the next news, which I'll try to keep under 5 minutes. I've been successful so far. The first 4 were under 5 minutes. The next one's probably going to be on the chickens, and I will probably try to get you a little bit more information than what I gave you this evening about prices. And I'll try to include a little bit more information. You can raise quail, and you don't need a lot of space for quail. And they start producing fairly fast. They once you get them going. And the thing about quail and quail eggs, they're very tasty, but they're very small. So it takes about 3 quail eggs to be the equivalent of 1 regular egg. Yeah, talk JFK. Well, they said it was multiple shooters, so there were 2 shooters. 2 shooters. And They're saying that, a president had something to do with it. You know, the from what I've heard, from what I've read, what I've heard, um, Kennedy was not very happy with his vice president. He was going to replace him on the ticket when he ran for his second term. And you know, we'll see what all comes out. Um, they showed some video, some old film, video of old film. There was supposed to be Secret Service running along. His car's moving real slow. So they're supposed to be, walking along, jogging along beside him on either side. And apparently they got called off right before the shooting. And one of them could be seen, holding up his hands, like, what? What's going on? And then less than a minute later, you had the shooting. Joseph Moore. Thank you for coming, Joseph. I would encourage any of you to look at my wall video. It's got a lot of good different. It's less than 5 minutes. It's got a lot of good information about the current state of the wall, what they're doing, what they're projecting doing, how much it's costing, how fast it's being built. You can get the same information that I got on Texas.gov. It's costing about $25 million a mile, and that's taking into account the easements. They're having to pay for easement, and I mean, they're, it's a slow go. They're building 11 different locations in 6 counties along the border, and they're building about half a mile a week. So they're hoping by 2026 to have 100 miles of border wall built from when they started. You can get a map. You can go on. You can look at a map that shows what they built, where they're building, what they're projecting to build, where they're projecting to build. And this is the state of Texas. This is not the federal government. This is the state of Texas. And then reportedly, the Trump administration has said they will recompense, or they will reimburse the state for what it's put out. Right now, I think they put out something like 11 million for Operation Lone Star, and that includes the Texas National Guard, the border wall. About $3 million have been for the border wall. What border wall they've built so far. So, you can project out what will it cost. There's about 111 contracts that they're working on right now for more easements, right-of-ways, easements. They're working on it. And then you've got the left-wing socialists crying every step of the way trying to stop them. Yeah, and he took the fall. Oswald took the fall. Yep. Lee Harvey Oswald was a communist. He, you know, he was nuts. He was nuts, and he was a patsy. He was a patsy. He took the fall. There'll be stuff that'll come out about um, Robert Kennedy. I think there'll be some stuff coming out about Martin Luther King. Um, Apparently, Iran had a scheme. They were going to try to use a ground to air um, missile, something portable, to shoot down Trump's plane. And then I think he switched planes, the one he was going to use or something other. Yeah, they're all nuts. I agree, they're all nuts. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Um, all their dirty laundry is being exposed. All of their dirty laundry is being exposed. It's gratuitous. They're going crazy. They really are. They can't do anything about it. They don't control anything. And then they say, well, we're going to start doing lawsuits. They're going to start trying to file lawsuits to try to slow things down. Well, uh, yeah, that is true. Um, well, like when the president, like if Air Force One goes overseas, it's got a fighter escort. He's got a full escort, you know, to protect them. Air Force One has got countermeasures. It's got uh, missile countermeasures. But I would think that if they were going to have problems, it would be like when they're coming in for a landing or doing a takeoff. I don't think they'd have to worry about anybody messing with them when they're flying, when they're to altitude and flying. Um, And what they don't understand is that if they did, if they did manage to get Trump, um, his people, everybody would be so damn pissed off. I'd feel sorry for the other for the other side. J.D. Vance would probably be a SOB. Um, Something like that happened. The South screwed itself or got screwed when Lincoln was assassinated because they had it a lot harder than they would have had if Lincoln had have lived. So, you know, I'm aware of that, but I didn't want to say where you're from. I know how you are about your private information. It's like I never mentioned your first name or anything. Well, I hear you. Yes, they should. Yes, they should. No, Mexico can't control anything. Mexico's a third world country. It is. It's just going to take so damn long to build the wall along the border. And then the other thing is that they're not really treating it the way other places would treat it. Their walls, uh, they'd have snipers and they'd have people ready to shoot, and that would discourage people coming across. Shoot a few of them, word gets around, a lot less likely for them to want to try to come across. This is like building these drug tunnels that they find like in Tijuana and different places where you've got a town on the other side, so they go into some warehouse type building and they start tunneling from there so they can deal with their dirt and everything, sneak the dirt out and everything, try to build a tunnel, and they'll build a tunnel like half a mile long. They tunnel. They got people tunnel rats. They build tunnels to try to get people through. I mean, they put where they can pump in oxygen, lights and oxygen and everything going through. Landmines, claymores, whatever you want to. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Might motivate them to stop trying to come across. Yeah, I go every couple of years to get my card renewed. And I've done CPR twice in real situations. I've done the Heimlich maneuver once. And we're talking on the Heimlich maneuver 20 plus years ago. CPR 30 plus years ago since I've done it. I was a lot younger. I was in a lot better shape, and I could do it. I don't know that I'd do it now for long. I don't know. Please feel free to drop your link. Please feel. I think everybody knows everybody here. Yeah, boil water, use purification tablets. I would boil and use purification tablets. Well, I will tell you, it's going to be a week. Going to be a week ahead of me. Uh, a lot of, talking about Dave and his Mexican restaurant, a lot of people cannot handle spicy foods. A lot of people, they get torn up. It gives them dysentery. Um, they bad indigestion. I don't know. You get these they gas. You get all these people who are lactose intolerant. It's like the cookout scene at Blazing Saddles. No, I'm not off tomorrow. Um, I work tomorrow. We don't get President's Day. We got Martin Luther King off, but we did not get President's Day. I will. I've got 3 more weeks, and then I will have spring break, and I will be off for 9 days, a week and an extra weekend, and that will be in 3 weeks. And then we will be 3/4 of the way through the school year. Every 3 weeks we have progress. We have progress grades, and then at the 9 week period, I have IEP progress reporting where I've got to go through, and I picked up a bunch of somebody else's kids because they reassigned her to do something else, so now I'm having to do all of her progress monitoring. Six in the house, 18 likes. Well, I appreciate everybody who supports me coming in. I don't know that I'll be back tomorrow or how many days this week I will do a live stream, but I will post on my community wall. If you have not hit, and I'm pretty sure most of you had, but if you haven't hit the bell icon, please hit the bell icon to receive notifications when I post something. I'm trying to put out 2, sometimes 3 shorts a day. I'll probably put one out tonight before I go to bed. I need to go get cleaned up. I appreciate y'all being here. Everybody, when you get up in the morning, thank God for the day. You don't know how many days you have. If you take medication, take your medication, drink a good cup of coffee, say the Lord's Prayer, and be prepared. You never know what's going to happen. And everybody have a blessed day, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Bye-bye.